So I want to create this video and have to do it to be a live video. So for anytime you come across it, you can watch it in full. So I want to discuss something, but I think people are not around or available now. But anytime you're seeing this video, make sure you watch, especially if you are planning to come into the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and you wish to know some things about Saudi contracts. Then I believe this will help you. My mouth is tight. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is I have to group it into about 6 or 7 segments. I'll be talking mostly about the red flags. Things that when you see them, you start looking deeper into the contract you have before you accept or before you commit so much into that job. All right. Okay, so while I wait for people, I will keep saying, going through these things, and anytime I'm through, I will just leave the video public for people to be able to watch and learn something. Maybe on a good time, I can do a proper video, maybe 8 minutes video or so that people can actually watch and learn. There's a lot of things. I think I've done some of these videos before, so you can actually learn, go through the channel and learn a few things that I've done there. Okay, so these things I'm about to mention as a red flag for a prospective professional who wish to work in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia from anywhere you're coming from. Most of these red flags, you will see it mostly with private companies or private organizations. Most government organizations, most times they abide by the law, while some private organizations, private companies, sometimes they want to just go through the window, try to do some things just for them to make more gains. So you might not meet these things I'm trying to say now when you are working for the government. But if your contract is, or you get a job with private companies, most times, if they want to, especially those bad ones, sometimes they want to do things that might not benefit you. They just want to gain every advantage they want to gain from you. So these red flags, I've grouped them into 7 aspects. Okay, I don't know why my mouth is so dry. I think the AC is actually very active. Okay, so if you are here, I think I can see 7 persons here, so you can ask your questions also. I can answer your questions while I also give out these red flags. All right, so number 1 on the grouping is contractual clarity. Sometimes what I mean by clarity or legitimacy, most times Saudi contracts comes with it comes in Arabic. So when it comes to you in Arabic, you are the one to translate. Most times it comes in both Arabic and English. So it's for you to know that anytime you receive a contract from Saudi Arabia and it's fully in English, make sure you see the Arabic version also, because if anything has to happen in that contract, they will not look at the English version they gave to you. Every judgment comes with the Arabic version. So you must make sure you see the Arabic version and the English version. Compare and contrast. Make sure that what you are seeing in the English version is the same, exactly the same thing when translated to what is written on the Arabic version. So this is one thing you must make sure you note. The English version and the Arabic version must be speaking the same thing. So don't just jump into contract when they send to you. Maybe they sent you an English version. You saw a lot of things there, and there is no compared Arabic version. It might surprise you that when any dispute comes on, they will bring an Arabic version, and when they compare, what they will be translating there will be quite different from what the English version is saying. So whenever you get contracts in Saudi Arabia, make sure we also have an Arabic version of that contract, except you have an insider in that company that maybe guarantees you of everything is gonna be fine, then you can go ahead and move in. But if you don't have an insider there, just make sure that just be aware that what you have in that English version is not going to stand, or they must uphold the Arabic version. All right. So the next one is an unstamped contract. Okay, so whenever you receive a contract from your employer or hospital, make sure the contract is being stamped. They have to stamp the contract with the government. Government must approve the contract also. They did not just prepare a paper, print it and show you. So it must be stamped. So make sure when you get such, then it is stamped. All right. Another important thing on this section is you must make sure that in the contract they must mention your job title. Okay, they can't just employ you. They will just state anything without mentioning your. You should be a rapper. Saf, am I talking so fast? Hello, Saf. I'm talking so fast. Oh, sorry. I thought I was actually talking slow. Okay. But you're able to understand what I'm saying. All right. Okay. I will slow down. So I was actually Okay, I think you're able to see my topic. So I was actually discussing about red flags. Okay, maybe if you're interested in working in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, when you get some kind of contracts, how you can detect red flags. Okay, and I was saying that these red flags are mainly, maybe it comes mainly from private organizations. Most government organizations follow the law of the land. And currently Saudi has made a lot of good laws that helps people that want to work here. But some of these private organizations, sometimes they find loopholes or ways to do things that is against the law or that will not benefit you as an employee. Just do things that will employ only them. Korekosa. Hi, how are you doing? So I was saying that one of these red flags is when you get your contract and the contract is only in a translated form, then it is a red flag. then you must have the translated format and the also Arabic format. Sometimes the translated format is also the same with the Arabic format, but make sure they have the Arabic and the translated, maybe English one, and make sure that what is in Arabic is the same with what they've translated, because if in a case of dispute, the Arabic contract stands above any translation. So it's always very good for you to have your contract in Arabic, then you can translate it, or if they translate it, they will also provide you the Arabic version. Okay, I said the second one is for you to make sure that the contracts they send to you have a government stamp. We are watching from Ghana. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hope you are following. I have a lot of Ghana friends in this channel. Okay, I talked about stamping your contracts. The one you have, they sent to you, must have a stamp. Then I also said when you have your contract, then they must make mention of the job title in that contract. They can't employ you as a nurse without mentioning that you will work as a nurse. Okay, they can employ you as a doctor without mentioning the specific type of role that you have to perform. So your job title must be specific. They should not just mention a vague job title, and then when you come here, they can use you anyhow they want. So specificity is very necessary whenever you are going through job contracts. Okay. KSA. I hope I mentioned the name very well. I find it difficult to mention. Okay, what is the year of experience required for an optometrist? All right, for an optometrist, anything from 2 years is okay. 2 years post induction is very okay. So the next one is salary and benefits. So in your contracts, they must mention the salary and the benefits you will get, and all the allowances, the house allowance, whether they will provide accommodation or not, transport allowance, if they will provide that or not, overtime pay, on-call pay. So everything must be clearly stated. They should break it down. So anything that is not explicitly stated, you must make sure that you ask questions about those things. Do not accept any vague statements. Any vague statements, do not accept that. So let everything be specific. Let them state it explicitly. So if they're talking about basic, they must mention the amount the basic should be. House allowance, they must mention how much, if they will provide a house, or the amount they will pay you for that. Transport, the same. Overtime, they should mention what the overtime will look like, how many hours, and the amount per hour. So it must be explicit. They must state it. Okay, any vague thing can be denied, can be strike off, you can be exploited with that. Okay. Another important one is payment in cash. Do not accept being paid in cash. Okay, for most times when you come new, you might take like a month for you to be able to get your bank account. So for that first month, most times you might receive your salary in cash, but once you get your account, make sure your payment goes through the bank. So payment must go through Saudi Bank. So any payment in cash should not be encouraged. Okay. So another important thing, another that you must look out for in your contract should be your annual entitlement. Every year, you are entitled to your vacation, your annual allowance, your flight ticket to your home country and back again. It must be stated because it is your right. So any contract, before you sign it, look out for your end of service entitlements. Make sure you look out for that. Ensure that you check whether they attached it there. So your end of year entitlement must be there. So, and it must mention that your flight tickets back to your home country and back to start work in Saudi Arabia, it is clearly stated. Another thing you should look out for is insurance. Then make sure that your insurance is being covered by your employer, your health insurance. All right. So then, after this, then you look out for your working conditions. It must be stated also. For the working conditions, depending every from all the medical let's say different specialties, they have different roles. So but most times you have to know what is the maximum work hour for your own area, but it should not be more than 40 to 48 hours every week. So daily should be at least 8 hours or at most 9 hours, depending on how it is being shared. Some people, like an optometrist, most times they work 2 times, first in the morning, maybe first 3 hours in the morning, and the remaining 6 hours during the evening time. So sometimes, like nurses, medical doctors, most times they work straight 8 hours or straight 9 hours, depending. So whether you work straight or you work in splitted hours, make sure the total number of hours accumulated is not getting beyond 9, 10 to 12 hours. So it must be explicitly stated also. Then for duty calls, it must be made clear to you how your duty calls will be looking like, so that they will not overburden you and at the day you will not be paid. For the remuneration, I think it is not bad. It is fair. It is fair. So you'll be good with it. So anything you get, I think you'll be good with it. But the thing is, you must make sure you get something good, because there are people that earn so high, and there are still people here that when they come, because of desperation, because they sometimes they were not able to meet something good, they accepted things that when they come here they start regretting why they accepted such. So but overall, if you meet good contracts, it's always good. You will not regret coming here. You'll be able to enjoy your stay. So another thing you have to look out for in your contracts, they are the contract duration and the termination policies. So you check if it is automatic renewal without consent, whether there is unclear probation period. So your probation period must be stated. Mostly most times it is 90 days, which is 3 months. So some people, some companies might want to extend their own to 180 days, but on a normal 90 days is usually the probation period. So you should check that and make sure that your probation period is not exceeding 90 to 180 days. And also you have to check for some other hidden clauses. Maybe if you resign from your work, the penalties, or if you are not meeting targets and all those kind of things, just look out for some clauses. Like the last contract I saw, there is one clause they put in there that the person will be paying all government fees, so which is not what it's supposed to be. So there are some hidden clauses you must look out for. So any statement or any clause that you come across and you do not understand that, ask questions. You cannot come here, somebody cannot sponsor you here, and when you come here, you'll be paying things that they're supposed to pay. As your sponsor, any government fee should come from them, they should cover it. So you make sure that such payment is being controlled or paid by your employer, not you. Okay. And you give a range. Okay, if I have to give a range, I think for an optometrist, let me give a range in Saudi Riyal. So you try and do the conversion. I don't know what it will be in cedis. So in Saudi Riyal, or okay, let me use dollar. So the range in dollar, it could range from 1,500, 1,000 to $3,000 and more. So from 1,500 to 3,000. If you're a new be here without experience, your first time here, you can be getting around that 1,500. If they add on other things, then it can get $1,600 to $1,700 monthly. So it depends. So, but from that range, the lowest you should not go below that 1,500. So if you go below that, then I don't know. So that should be the range I will give you, from that 1,500 to 3,000. But you can come new and want to get 3,000 immediately. It's not possible. So, and the money, the 1,500 is actually fully yours without tax, you should not be paying any other thing. So when that 1,500 comes to you, if you don't have any burden back home, you should be able to save 1,000 or even 1,200 every month without touching it. So why we said contracts are bad, this is the reason why you must make sure things that they are paying it. Okay? Things that they're supposed to pay, they're paying it. You are not supposed to be on 1,500, 1,600, 1,800. You should not be in those range and you are paying for your. So the employer is responsible for every other expenses. Your salary should be with you fully. 100% of your salary should be with you. You should not use it for any further expenses. So when you are in the system, as you grow, as you get older here, then you can be able to secure better offers, and that's how it goes. So, okay, other things I've mentioned about your your living condition and relocation support. So, whenever you see your contract, you must make sure that they are the ones to cover your flight tickets coming into the kingdom. So everything about your relocation they should take care of it. Okay. The only expenses you should be making back home should be your preparing to come, maybe buying a few things that you will need, and maybe some be paying for your medical tests and biometric in your home country. So, but flight tickets, they should cover it. You should look out for it in your contract. So they must mention it in that contract, and everything that has to do with your transportation to your workplace should be there. Okay. I think this is for now. This is all I want to say about this. Then, if you have further questions, you can ask me. Then I can go deeper into discussing about what I've made mention of. Okay. Okay. For those that will be watching this video later, then you can drop comments. You can drop your questions here, and if I have solution or answer to your question, then be assured that you will get it. Okay, Cora Kosa, I think my social handles is on my bio, because when you go to my channel, if you've subscribed, check the description, the bio of the channel. You will see my Instagram there, Facebook, LinkedIn. So if you want to contact me, you can use any of them. But most preferably, I think use the Instagram. I might respond faster in Instagram compared to Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay, do I have further questions? I will be closing. Once I hit 30 minutes, I will end the live. Correct. All right. I think no further question. I will be ending the live in 30 seconds. them the money now.